It's been a decade and a half since Zimbabwe embarked on a land redistribution program that caused a fallout with the West. Now, government is trying to mend fences, but despite its assurances, some here are not convinced.
Whilst there's these political assurances, certainly there's no adherence to it. It's political grandstanding, basically, and what's happening on the ground, in spite of the law, continues.
Even the government is not speaking in unison. Earlier this month, Finance Minister Patrick Chinamasa said Zimbabwe is not obliged to honor bilateral investment protection agreements, and a Supreme Court ruling last week upheld the seizure of a German-owned farm that was meant to be protected under those laws. Justice for Agriculture represents some 3,000 white farmers who had their land repossessed and has for the past 14 years been fighting in local and international courts for compensation. Failure to resolve the cases has left the land contested, and new black farmers have not been able to use it as collateral to access loans, one of the major problems holding back development of the mainstay agricultural sector. Despite the courtroom battles, the former white farmers say they are open to talks with government.
Certainly, from the farmers' perspective, our first choice is to have a negotiated settlement on this one. We are all Zimbabweans, and we see that as the best way forward.
Encouraging sentiments for a country that has suffered setbacks in its bid to attract foreign investment owing to the impasse.
Analysts say there can be no meaningful capital coming to Zimbabwe unless there is respect for property rights, which is perhaps why the government is now on this charm offensive, reassuring foreign investors that their investments here are safe. Whether or not they buy this new line remains to be seen. FARAI MWAKUTUYA, CCTV, Harare, Zimbabwe.